place where we can go and be alone. So come away with me, nobody has to know where we gonna go. I was just calling to see if you're free to run away with me, to run away with me. Don't tell your friends, we'll let them know we're safe later on. The road is calling, sun on our skin, sleeping under stars when it's gone. I was just calling to see if you're free to run away with me, to run away with me, to run away with me, to run away with me.
I take you, Rachel, to be my wife,
Take you, Rachel, to be my wife.
and I promise before God and these witnesses
And I promise before God and these witnesses
to be your loving and faithful husband,
to be a loving and faithful husband,
in plenty and in want,
in plenty and in want,
in joy and in sorrow,
in joy and in sorrow,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
I take you, Manny, to be my husband,
I take you, Manny, to be my husband,
and I promise before God and these witnesses
and I promise before God and these witnesses
to be your loving and faithful wife,
to be your loving and faithful wife,
in plenty and in want,
in plenty and in want,
in joy and in sorrow,
in joy and in sorrow,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live. I love you,
And I give you this ring
and I give you this ring
as a sign of my hope for an everlasting marriage.
as a sign of my hope for an everlasting marriage.
I love you.
And I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a sign of my hope for an everlasting marriage.
and a sign of my hope for an everlasting marriage.
Because Manny and Rachel have made their vows with each other before God and all of us here, I declare them to be husband and wife in the name of the God, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. And you may kiss one another.
Oh, nice.
The way you smile when your feet hit the sand. It's the way you laugh when the waves come again. I wanna bottle it up and never let it go, 'cause you're my boy forever, you know. Never wanna forget these days, 'cause the years keep getting shorter and my love is getting taller. Please stay young and small a little longer. And when you grow into a man, I hope you know you can always come home to mom and dad. Never forget, I'll love you again and again. It's the way your eyes stare into my soul. It's the way your heart makes this a better world. I wanna bottle it up and never let it go, 'cause you're my boy forever, you know.
As most people here know, spending time with Rachel always involves endless laughs, adventure, and candy. As I started thinking about my adventures with Rachel, the list got very long. As kids, Rachel would often babysit my brother and I, and I'm sure that Sheena was also there, lending a helping hand. During these babysitting sessions, we had to learn the words to the song Jesse's Girl, and we would perform it over and over and over again in our living room. Rachel would also help me get rid of the food that I didn't want to eat, in a way that my parents never knew. It was very helpful. Once I turned 18, Rachel took her role as a young, hip auntie very seriously, and she took me on my first clubbing experience in Edmonton. I was terrified, but as usual, the night ended with adventure and many laughs.
We got a lot of free booze.
Yeah. But I'm sure it was nothing compared to what Rachel and Christina got up to in Vermilion. As adults, our adventures broadened and we took on Europe. Like most auntie and niece trips, Rachel accidentally booked us a room in a brothel. And we had to run through London in the middle of the night to find somewhere new to stay. As always, adventure, and the next day, laughter. There is no one I would have rather stood beside today to show my love and support. Keep laughing, keep adventuring, and never stop putting candy in your bag. Today we celebrate you guys, the godparents of our son, and the amazing couple who has been there for all of us in this room. I love you.
When I first met Manny, he started teaching me things right away. So I first learned about the Magdalene Islands, which I had never heard of. So I was like, oh really? He's like, and I think he had to dumb it down for me. He said, I'm from the Isle de Magdalene. I was like, what? And he said, Magdalene Island. And he's been teaching me ever since. You know, Manny's always strived for excellence. He always excels at everything he does, right? And like when we would be playing guitar together and he would go, he's like, oh, it is really simple, you know, you just go like this and 1, 2, 3 and up here, and I said, yeah, okay, or Manny, could you show me about this camera, you know, like he's such an amazing photographer. Manny can show me, yes, you have to set the exposure, but make sure that, you know, that you have it on this setting, but, you know, no, you never want to use the auto mode, never, ever. Well, I'm an auto mode guy, right? So, yeah. Like I said, always striving for excellence. Everything the guy does, he is always surprising us with what he can achieve, from his kayak guiding days to even carrying mail when he was a deliverer. Now with the Coast Guard, we've just seen him excel and grow through all these things, and it's been really amazing to watch such a magnificent person excel in everything he does. Yeah. But today we're celebrating his greatest accomplishment, which is Rachael, of course. Thank you. Yeah. So this has been, today is a formality with something that we've all known for a long time, that these two have been life partners, committed to each other, and, you know, it's like I said, it's just a formality. You guys are just perfect for each other. You're his greatest achievement, and we just love you guys so much. So thank you so much for having us here today with this special day, and we look so forward to seeing what you guys can achieve in the future. We love you and we cherish you. And so let's all raise our glasses to Manny and Rachel.
Anyways, Rachel, I spent part of the summer, I don't know, it was a month or more out there. She's the most awesome person to work with. No matter what she's done, it's enthusiastic. She doesn't mind doing anything whatsoever. She painted a couple of buildings with me with a spray gun that had old paint, and she'd have to keep straining it, and then they'd plug up and do it over again for hours and hours and days and days. But anyway, she painted 2 big buildings for me. She used to help me fix things around the farm and stuff. Rachel, I'm gonna say it whether you guys like it or not. She's just awesome.
Guess you'll have to step it up.
There you go.
Well, I gotta mention how good kind of memory she has. You know, we're out on the wharf and they got that green stuff on there. And she'd look at that and she said, "Dad, do you see that there?" And she'd kind of point it out to me and she said, "You know what that is?" And she'd tell me. She knows when it's born, what it eats, how it reproduces. The things I just couldn't believe. You never know it until she points it out. So she's got an awesome memory. Ever since she's been knee-high to a grasshopper, she loves whales. Manny, we think you're such a great guy. You've done so many things in your life, and you know, you started out at Belize here, I guess, where you met Rachel. You're kayaking, then you delivered mail for a long time, and then you got into the pardon? Porcupine. Coast Guards. And he worked very hard at it. You know, he cleaned toilets and painted probably and cleaned the floors and did all kinds of work around the ship. And he worked so hard at it, he proved himself. So now, I'm not sure, but I think you're a first mate or second mate on a big ship. I thought he's a captain on a big boat. Okay.
150 ton.
Okay. And he's in charge in Vancouver here. He's in charge of the rescue, the place where they have rescue. I guess Connie and I would like to wish you two very, very long, good years. And with that, I'll say thank you. And I'm sure glad to be your dad.
I don't know too much Rachael because I had the chance to meet her maybe 6 times, 5 times, 7 times, maybe. But she don't talk in French. That's my problem. And at this moment, I don't talk too much in English. And he said, "Oh, yes, yes, but I don't listen." But now, I understand more. Because I have the chance maybe to talk with many people here. And I very appreciate because I talked with a friend, Manuel, and all the guys is very good guy. And Manuel know this guy since maybe 16 years old, 18 years old. And now it's there on the table. I want to talk for that because when you have a friend, it's for the life. And you have the real friend, it's for the life. And now it's there. Every guy is there. No Manuel since maybe 20 years now. And Island, anywhere. And the other guy is there. And it's a good friend of my son. And very happy to meet this guy. And happy with this guy. I talked with this guy. And he's very good friend of my son. Thank you. Dad? I meet a very nice girl, a blonde digger, with a very nice eyes. Wow. And he sent me a photo. Maybe he's drunk a little bit, I don't know. But he's dancing. And he said very happy. And I'm very happy for him. And now, it's maybe 14 years later, and it is with this girl. I'm very happy because he met her for the first time, and now is together. I talk with my heart. I don't regret nothing. I wish you to continue a nice evening, and I'm talking now. Thank you.
So I came home from Belize, and Manny came home 2 weeks later, and we traveled across Canada together, and he got a rude awakening in his head. There was flooding, and I will never forget going through southern Saskatchewan, and there was flooding, so the highways were real tough. And then he goes, geez, all the farmers here just travel around with their like cultivating, we didn't know elevator, but I know what he meant. Their farm equipment dragging up the pavement. I'm like, no, they don't drive farm equipment with the shovels down the highway. Oh, you wait, you're in this story. So then we finally get to Carrot River. Yes, Carrot River. Not the diamond, the vegetable. And so we pull up the driveway for my parents' farm, which is like 4/10 of a mile. And Tyler, my brother, decided in the spring that he would try to drive his snowmobile across the water of the creek. He didn't make it, and it sunk. And so there's a tractor, and there's this snowmobile in the water, and we pull over, and Tyler's like, "Frick, what's the sled? I'm gonna get the sled out of the water." And I'm going, I brought my snorkel, so you can just use my mask and like you can tie a rope on the handle. And I look at Maddie and he's just like terrified. He's like, you guys are fucking rednecks. Like, I don't know if he's gonna stay or gonna go, but speaking of timeline, all this happened very quickly. So I was thinking like, holy shit, we're gonna be married by December. So I don't know what happened because it took 13 and a half years, but we're here. And it's a weird love story from Victoria B.C. But in all honesty, when Manny and I had talked about like getting married, Manny made my dreams come true because I'll try not to cry too much, but I've always told Manny the only thing I ever wanted in a wedding, I don't care about the venue and the pomp and all that. I just want my mom and dad, and I want my 5 siblings with me. And Manny made my dreams come true.
There's a push and there's a pull. There's a new moon and then it's full. The tide will rise and rise until it falls. And there's a rhythm to it all. There's a you and there's a me. There's a pattern in the chaos, a current in the sea. And there are times I wish I had a mountain top to see the rhythm of it all. Every spring leads to a fall. There's a heart in every home. The young will always wish that they were older. there's a rhythm to it all. There's a you and there's a me. There's a pattern in the chaos, a current in the sea. And there are times I wish I had a mountain top to see the rhythm of it all. What is new will be forgotten, and there's a use for the broken things you've lost. If you hold it loose, you'll find that there is room for the rhythm of it all. I've been searching my whole life for someone like you, someone who understands my heart the way that you do. But now that you're here, girl, I don't know what to say.